Hi guys, my name is Miller and welcome back to another video. Today I will talk a little bit more about Season 90 and what else is happening, which isn't much, so I think I will try to keep it short today. To start off, the claiming of the car, the BMW M8 for Season 89. A beautiful yet very powerful coupe and my favorite BMW in game and the only tier 5 car so far. The M8 performance-wise is capable of running a low 8.1 I've tested, with potential records running high 8.0s I think, putting it close to the Porsche 911 Speedster. But maxing it out will be a lot easier I assume, as BMW fusion parts are just easier to get. So this could well be a good Tempest car if you didn't have any yet. This car opens doors to other mates, or should I say M8s, being added to the game, such as the convertible or the M8 competition package. Though I think it would have been nice to have the convertible as a season price car and then the coupe as a milestone, or the other way around, so that the season price would be extra special. On to Season 90 now, and whoa, we're getting close to the 100 here. The season price this season goes a step further compared to the BMW M8. It's the McLaren 720S Spider. At first thought you would think that Spider versions are slightly slower due to extra weight for reinforcements and are structurally weaker cars than the original coupe versions, but you wouldn't be more wrong on this occasion. The 720S Spider was already in McLaren's prospect when they made the 720S, so they made it in such a way that a Spider version would have no compromise or would not require much extra support. The difference between the Spider and the regular version is under 50 kilograms, and that is counting in the mechanism to close the roof. This only 50 kilograms difference makes it significantly lighter compared to Spider variants of competitors, which gain a lot of weight by chopping the roof. The first thing that we think of is to compare the coupe to the Spider, but they both have the exact same 0 to 60 time and top speed with the top being closed. When we open the roof, we lose the smooth shape of the car, meaning we have an increased drag, reducing the top speed slightly. To me, the 2020 720S Spider looks absolutely stunning. It looks even better and slightly shape-wise more natural compared to the regular 720S coupe. The season price car comes in this blue color, which to me looks like the better one, and us milestone players will have to go for the Aztec Gold version, which is also gorgeous, and I gotta say I'm liking the rims design on this model a lot. But my favorite thing is the fact that it is still a glass roof, which kinda gives that open feeling when it's actually closed. Performance wise you can expect it to be in the close range of the 720S, which to me is a great feat, and it also has a different pattern and tune which makes it not feel like a copy paste, also great. All in all, looking forward to this car. Onto the prestige car, a tier 5 car, so make sure you stack up some cash. The Jaguar F-Type SVR, or like we like to call it, the tier 5 F-Type. It was a season price car back in August last year for Season 56, and it is perhaps one of the most forgotten tier 5 cars, as there wasn't much purpose in upgrading it up until now. I'm kind of confused however to why there is such a big gap between the F-Types, as its advantage is only an extra 25 horsepower and some weight reduction, but not so drastical that it would pretty much make it 4 seconds faster than the tier 4 F-Type R. On the other hand, the tier 4 and tier 5 split up sometimes is kind of a mess, but it would have made more sense, to me at least, to make it a high-end tier 4, just because it is now in tier 5 the 150th or something fastest car with an 8.679. So if I were honest, I would mainly focus on just finishing the Prestige Cup with it now, because I don't really see any other purpose anytime soon. They did add new versions of which I was giving this white one, and I gotta say I'm kinda digging it. Onto the events, and I think for now we can skip this part as there are none left for this update. There was only one thing really that would start soon, and that was the next showdown for the prestige car of last season, where you would have been able to use the new tier 3 Boxster, the M4 Coupe and the Legends Corvette. But it suddenly got cancelled and removed from the map without any explanation, but I do think that I know a theory behind it on what it could mean. As there are no events left, an update would be needed. So what would happen if there was an update while a showdown is live and people who get early beta access would struggle to find opponents, drop down in the leaderboard and then not being able to get to a certain trophy count and miss out on crew RP. That would not be fair, would it? So I think this is a hint towards the next update dropping anytime soon, like early next week kind of soon hopefully. And what I'm looking forward to the most of the next update will be what the Christmas event will bring, and I really hope it's a ladder and not a showdown, and the Christmas track, which hopefully had a small refresh. Do take this with a grain of salt, as I could also be completely wrong, it is just my personal theory behind it. Something I want to bring in here quickly is something that has been bothering me for a while now, and I'm really tired of seeing. So I feel like lately the banning has been reduced, and the top 10, either being it in crew leaderboards or in time leaderboards, are becoming more and more toxic, to a point where it is no fun to compete in anymore. You're running against people with modded accounts in such a way you're basically wasting your time. The crew The Infinite, for example, has a leader running an elite maxed McLaren F1, which seems to happen very commonly amongst many crews on very high levels where you duplicate accounts, or even on very low levels where you wonder how they got all legends card done so quickly. On top of that, they have accounts on low ranks having impossible cars maxed out. Like for example, this guy has a Zenvo, Elite, and an Elite Tuatara. If you have these guys competing with you in showdowns for crew RP, there is just nothing you can do against it basically. And the last one, with the Bentayga, are so numerous accounts of top 10 crews having purple stars, back then when there was a massive ban wave. It just does not make any sense, and it kills the mood if you have to run up against them. The game is more and more becoming a toxic environment with modders left and right, and what it feels like zero action from natural motion. There was a guy I found who had 2 accounts running Infinite Gas and Elite Tuataras on lower ranks, in the top 10, and has been doing so for 20 odd seasons. Are we ever gonna do something about this? Well then, there is really nothing else to talk about this season. The only thing left for this update is the Lotus Evora GT430 as a season prize for next season, which will then have the Cadillac CT-SV as a prestige car, so an update is near. But I do hope it doesn't push through as many paid events in a row, as I did a small checkup and since July they have added 9 paid cars, while before July it was only 4. So that is a massive difference. They almost doubled it in only 4 months, and my bank account isn't really liking this too much, so I do hope it slows down a tad. But what we do know is that there are at least 3 more paid cars down the road for the best of British, and these could all come in a very short time frame. Talking about paid cars, this brings me to the last thing I want to bother you guys about, and that would be the Black Friday sale. This is a sale that popped up for players which don't have certain paid cars, and I didn't even notice until someone told me about it, as my main account it never showed up in the showroom. Here you can buy some of the cars, not all, mostly Flash Event cars, Formula Italia and Porsche 70th anniversary cars. I do like the concept of a Black Friday sale, however I do not feel like it can be named a sale, as prices are still the regular base price and no real event or crate comes with it. A sale indeed does not refer to having discounts as a definition, but Black Friday sales however do feel like something more discount related, and some of these cars are quite old, so I feel a discount should be in place, or fusion parts should be attached to that price so you can actually do something with it. For example, I tried to buy this Intensa Amazione on my dummy account to see how it works, but what can I do if I would actually get the car but I have 0 fusion parts and 0 stage 6 parts and no crates to get something with it? If a sale comes up, try to think more towards making it useful for the player buying it as well. Anyways, those are my 2 cents on this season and what to expect. Before I close off, I would like to wish all of those who celebrated a great Thanksgiving to you and your families. And those who don't celebrate it, I also wish you guys a good end of the month of course. If you enjoyed the video, you know what you gotta do. For more info like this, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button. My name is Miller, see you around and keep racing. Don't need too much turbo.